Hey, freaked out fam. Today I wanted to do a revamping connected to the Amber Alert, Amber Hagerman. I've covered this case in the past on my podcast and wanted to give you guys a little update. These are my psychic insights, not facts, and they are for discussion purposes only. Amber Hagerman was only 9 years old when she went missing. She was abducted January 13th, 1996. And she went missing in Arlington, Texas. She had been riding her bike only a few blocks away from home, and she was with her little brother. But he went home, and she continued on. According to sources, a dark truck pulled up next to Amber, and she was taken fast. Her body was found days later in a creek near her home. No one has ever been charged with her unaliving. Let's talk about what the investigators have to say about this case. The suspect was described as either white or Hispanic, a male in his 20s or 30s. He was under 6 feet tall, and he could have had black hair, he could have had brown hair. I do not feel Hispanic energy connected to this case whatsoever. I feel like that was like a snap judgment. I see white. Pale undertones. I would agree that the car was definitely black. I'd say like a single cab pickup, definitely from the 80s, and it was not polished. It was like rusty looking. So there is an eyewitness, a Jimmy Kivel. He claimed to have seen a man jump out of his truck and grab Amber, but I don't know. I'm not seeing that. I'm not saying that he did anything. Perhaps Jimmy knew the person, was afraid of getting involved. And I feel like him and this man made eye contact, so he knew he was being watched. There also is a possibility that it could be Jimmy himself, and I'm not ruling that out entirely either. Investigators believe that Amber was killed by somebody who was familiar, and I agree with that. I keep seeing a conversation that took place before she was taken. I also don't see her screaming at the beginning. She was not someone who would just stop for strangers. She was very aware of stranger danger. I see a lot of yard work, which could potentially mean that there were reasons and connections to Amber herself. Seeing her playing, seeing her hanging out with her brother, even having conversation with her previously. I see a lot of like garage details, tools, messy, metal grease. He was watching Amber for quite some time. He had seen her on this bike before. I see her being taken to a garage. Not inside the home though. Tools hanging above. Very disorganized. There's a woman connected to this. Did she know about Amber? No, but she did notice something with this guy and made her question it. And she just keeps saying he was closer than anyone realized. This is where we're going to stop for part 1.